One moment you think the trail is on the rocks. You see now you're supposed to be off the rocks. Now my calculated guess is that one is supposed to go down here. This looks... I don't know if you're going to see this, but we're on our way up with the Robertson Pass here. And it's been, I don't know, 5 or 6 years since I've gone up this pass. And the actual start of the trail, of the Kouma trail, is further towards the top of the pass from what I could pick up. So we're going to be looking out for that and see if we can find it. We shouldn't be too far now. I'll catch you a bit later. We're at the start here. Let me show you the pass here. This is where the Robertson Pass is. And it's my first time in years that I've been on here. And then you've got the Outeniqua sign. I recognize any Cape Nature signs. I recognize their color. All kinds of information of the mountain, what have you. And I think there used to be, probably used to be a Kouma trail sign on here from what I could see of the past on the internet, but not now. So off we go. We're going to be going all around and then down to the river and up there from what I have managed to read up. And we already have proteas here. I will probably have to make this a bit brighter. We started a short while ago. If you look there, it's quite, yeah, the wind suddenly picks up. There's the Robertson Pass, sun on that side, and I'm hoping to see equally as many protea flowers as we had earlier. I immediately got the impression that we might actually have them all the way. Sun coming up at that section there. Lovely. I hope this doesn't look, I hope nobody says, oh, this like another one of those, whatever. This is brand new terrain to us. You've got the farmlands on the far hand side there, and it might look pretty awesome when we should, according to from what I could read up and see on the internet, it should look pretty awesome when we get onto a ridge and start going all along that ridge. When the sun comes up, then some of the footage is also likely to be a lot more seeable, visible. Yeah, the scenery starts changing a bit. We've had a little bit of rockiness, not much, but this is opened up and you've got that ridge, or you can see the tip of at the top there. And then I do believe we're gonna have a bit of an uphill stage to be able to get to the top there in the center. But this here opens up nicely, because for quite a while you couldn't see that tip, that crest, if you want to call it, that's in the dead center. I think on Movie Maker I will definitely have to make these first few clips a bit brighter. Here's some wise advice. Kouma Trail, 11.3 kilometers. And here you have a sign saying, for your own safety, if you have not reached this point by 12 o'clock, we advise you to turn back. Avoid walking in the dark. That's good advice. And now the wind suddenly picks up. It's actually been, the weather's played along quite nicely so far. Hardly had much wind to speak of to complain about. Almost fell here. Happy to. Kijk, hoor hoe kom die wind op, hè? Jy hoor hom onder, dan sien jy hoe kom hy op. I strongly doubt if you're going to see it on the GoPro, but right on the furthest tip, not that mountain there, but further beyond it, very far, is another mountain range, and I have a suspicion that that could be the Longaberg. There, far far left-hand side. Here I finally have my bearings in terms of direction here. There's Mossel Bay. That explains to me why the sun's been moving down here. In other words, coming up from that side. Finally, I have my direction here now. And also the trail has actually been pretty moderate. Easy almost, actually. Certainly a lot easier than some other trails we've done. It's actually remained fairly level. And we should be taken down to that part there, which I hope, and if so, we can have our breakfast down there. I'm going to have to speak seriously loud. Arguably one of the best spots so far, where this trail is leading us to this edge here, and let's see what we get on the other side here. Let's have a look here. Wow, awesome, man, awesome. Mountains. There's the bottom of the Robertson Pass, farmlands, and still some of the Swartberg. Directly translated, Swartberg stands for Black Mountain. Boy, it's always windy when you get onto a ridge. Connor, what do you think? Nice. It's so windy, I've got to speak loud. Wow, I love it. What a nice spot. Surrounded by mountains. You might not see it, but there's probably a fence there that separates farms from each other, possibly. It's either that, or there may have been electricity pillars there. I certainly don't see any. But look at this, man. This is like magnificent area. The rocks all along here at the top, and steeply down on the right hand side, and then watch how things open up as we go around here. Could possibly see Mossel Bay again. Wow, look at those rocks on the left hand side. I'm trying not to shake my camera here. Man, rocks there, farmland there, Langeberg there, mountains. I love this terrain here. We're having some breakfast here. Decided to have against the rocks here, because yeah, I mean, it's just windy on that side there and windy on that side there, because we're right on this crest. Decided to have it here against these rocks. Are you interested to see my breakfast? Surprise, surprise. Managed to put on some I brought some aromat with me. If you're in another country, I don't know if you've got aromat. More eggs there. And then I've just scored this Energade here, which I much appreciated. And of course, time to have something to drink here while we're at it. And obviously I've taken my false teeth out, because I can't eat with them in. I mean, anybody that watches regularly knows about that part by now. And the part where I actually forgot it and had to walk all the way back to go and find them again. So yeah, having breakfast with that in the background. I would give anything. Come and have breakfast here again. You can see the entire pass if you look carefully. In the center you can see the pass there, Robertson Pass. So we've been going all along there basically ever since the pass. I did ask for permission. It's not only me walking yet today. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It needs to be in writing in 7 days before the
yeah.
event.
Yeah. I must just organize this in writing 7 days before the event, before I put it on, and just make sure that I speak to my lawyer first and find out if it's 100% all right with them and so forth and so forth. But yeah.
This poppy, eh? Where they find this poppy?
We've been debating, this is as old as the hills, this sign here. It says Kouma Trail, 7.8 kilometers. It says don't turn right here, and you've got the red thing there. It says carry on. So we've been debating. My phone and her smartwatch front here have both indicated that we've done about 4 kilometers. It certainly feels like more, that is for sure. Basically based on oh, you see this here? Let me tell you a little story. I wish I can remember the name of it, but this kind of growth you only get on higher parts of the mountain, and this is the biggest one I've seen ever so far. It's nice, it's beautiful. On this crest here now, catchment area to your right, catchment area to your left here. Janine busy climbing up here. Let me get down these rocks here. I actually thought that the trail was going directly over the rocks, but not to be. It appears to be more there that I have to go. I need my hands now. Pleasure. Yeah, it is. I'm glad you joined, man. You're a go-getter to just join. Oh, definitely. I see the actual trail is at the bottom, but this whole area seems to be misleading. One moment you think the trail is on the rocks, you see now you're supposed to be off the rocks. Now my calculated guess is that one is supposed to go down here. This looks accurate, this looks logical, off the rocks and past the rocks, instead of, or one could just jump down the rocks there. So many options. One must just do some bundu bashing, man. Hello there! Hello. Can you see them? Hello neighbor! You see them there in the distance? That gives you a good idea about how sharply we've been coming down here. Sharply down. So this section is a bit different to all the rest. It's the sharpest down we've had. We've had fairly sharpish up, but even the up that we had wasn't as sharp as this down. You can maybe see them down at the bottom there. So yeah, another nice unique piece here. Check these rock formations. We've actually lost the trail, believe it or not, but never panic. We've established that we're possibly about 100 meters higher than the actual trail itself. But what we decided, and we thought that this is part of the route, is that we've reached this beacon, call it what you like, at the top here. So we are just taking a break. I'm going to take my shoes off and just clean the inside for a moment here. And I should be speaking louder because I know that when it's windy like this, you have to speak a little bit louder. Now we have to find our way down there. We have to find a trail, which we somehow will. It's gonna take us down there somewhere. Yeah, but none of us are surprised. We knew that there is a small little risk, since none of us have done it yet. And there we go. And he is Adrian. Ta-dang! These rock formations, we have still got a long way. It's nice to have Adrian down there. Now you can get a good perspective. We down there somewhere.
I think it's there.
Yeah, they're around here. We've pretty much lost the trail at this stage to a large extent, but we weren't really panicking because we knew that as long as we know we're supposed to go around there somewhere and we're heading in the right direction, we're bound to find it again, which we are finding it again. Just time to get down here some. Ow. We've entered a section that is full of these proteas again. It's like maybe, and also millions of these white flowers. Millions of them. Another protea there, perhaps you can see it. So maybe, I don't know if it's, we were talking about it now, whether it could have something to do with some protection against the wind perhaps. It keeps them happier here. Or otherwise, it could also just be, here's another one, right in the middle of the path here. There you go. And maybe it's just the right place of the mountain with the sun. Not too much and not too little sun. And it keeps them happy at this section here. You see all the white flowers. My body shade is continuously in the way. Like that. Ooh! Got a heap of them coming up here. For the first time in ages, that's true. We have a sign again. Kouma Trail, 4.6 kilometers. And it says don't go to the right. So maybe there used to be a trail that's overgrown that used to go to the right here. What it's basically saying is you're not going to be on the trail. Wow, look at these pink flowers. This is a first for the day. Even with a bee there. And just from that little bit of videography, look how far ahead they already are. I feel like I should record this so that you can get an idea about how overgrown the terrain is where we've been walking now for probably at least an hour since we were confident that we were still on the trail. We are confident, you can feel it at the feet that you're on the trail, and you've just got a little spot here and there, but look how overgrown it is here. My legs, I'm wearing shorts today like I mostly do, and my legs are going to be absolutely scratched by tonight. But I just thought I'd make a little clip here so you can see how overgrown this is. It's sad. I'll see if I can contact Cape Nature and ask them when do they intend, if they ever do intend, to actually maintain it. We have just totally lost the trail. So we've just crossed the river here now, the Kouma River, but we have totally lost the trail. But at least we have, the important thing is that we are committed and have a sense of direction of where it is we want to go. And considering how much overgrowth we have had, the amount of overgrowth we have had on parts where we still had the trail, tells us that we are capable of going through this overgrown part here, like there and there and there. Is that gonna break? There, hopelessly overgrown. Yeah, we turn right and we just head through this bush, really tough bush. Wattle trees. Wattle trees love further down parts, and as soon as the wattle trees end, we'll have a better sense of our pass. Just yeah, I think so. Check that beautiful sunset, about to disappear behind the mountains there, and at sunset time, here comes Heinrich coming past here. And we got that awesome sunset. I actually thought I was taking a photo, but I may as well make it a video as well. I love that. We have reached a section that they in fact opened up, and it must have been fairly recently. But if I go down, you might be able to see it better. And it looks like they may have opened it in the very recent past. But the funny thing is that it just goes up to a point and then it stopped. So you get the impression that they decided, listen, we work up until now, and sorry, but we've got something else we have to go and do, and they just stopped like that. So it's quite weird. This is the part that this open part is the section that we could see clearly from the opposite side of the valley there. Boy, have we gone far. I'm trying to look where we have walked while I can still, with that awesome sunset there. We've reached the sign saying Attakwas. Now don't forget that it's winter now, sun has set. You might be able to see something if I do that, but lifesaver, whatever, emergency, whatever, they've come all the way up here after that phone call that I didn't know about earlier. But at least it did, maybe the phone call did in the end up give some people some peace of mind. But if you look carefully, you can see the pass straight ahead there, dead center, where you might see that light there. So anyway, thanks for joining. It's been a very adventurous, tough walk today. Thanks for joining. Hope you watch this. I hope the toughness of Bundu bashing where there is no trail for an extended period happens to sink in over the video. I will never forget it, and until such time as they've actually cleaned up the entire trail, and I actually have feedback from a reliable source that they have cleaned it up, I won't recommend it until then. Anyway, there might be some photos coming up. Thanks a lot for watching. Click on like, subscribe, leave a comment there at the bottom, and let me know what you think about getting lost like this.